In March 1924, the Virginia General Assembly passed the Sterilization Act, which mandated compulsory, or forced, sterilization of individuals deemed by medical professionals to be feeble-minded, including those deemed, quote, insane, idiotic, imbecile, or epileptic, close quote. The law passed in conjunction with a Racial Integrity Act, which, for decades, prevented white individuals from marrying anyone with African American blood, and state records were maintained on individuals to prove racial purity. The law was promoted primarily by the Anglo-Saxon Clubs of America, a group of white men who wanted to improve the human race by eliminating procreation of those deemed inferior. Similar laws, like the Racial Integrity Act and the Sterilization Act, were soon enacted in dozens of other states, and remained in effect for decades, though only a few of the states actively enforced the laws. Over the years, tens of thousands of people were forcibly sterilized against their wills. Many others were sterilized during routine, non-related medical procedures. Thousands upon thousands of mentally ill individuals, among them those who experienced same-gender attraction or gender dysphoria, conditions that were considered mental illnesses, were placed into mental institutions involuntarily, and while there, many were subjected to brutal psychiatric treatments and experiments, including forced sterilization. The institutions bore names like the Home for the Feeble-Minded and Epileptic. Women were sterilized almost twice as often as men, and non-white individuals from every ethnic group were targeted the majority of the time, primarily African American citizens. All were generally placed into categories of either mentally ill, mentally deficient, or simply other. One state hospital director in Virginia, Dr. Joseph Desjarnette, stated in 1938, quote, "Germany, in 6 years, has sterilized about 80,000 of her unfit, while the United States, with approximately twice the population, has only sterilized about 27,869 in the past 20 years. The fact that there are 12 million defectives, or ethnic minorities, in the US should arouse our best endeavors to push this procedure to the maximum. The Germans are beating us at our own game." Close quote. Imagine being a young woman caught kissing another young female, and then being taken by your parents to an institution against your will, being labeled deviant and mentally ill, and then being forced to have electroshock therapy and a hysterectomy. While procedures like this are no longer legal in the United States except in extreme cases, there are many countries around the world where eugenics and forced sterilization laws still exist.